Welcome back, fans, after the technical difficulties we're having up in the booth, and we finally got it figured out. Bellis. Mississinewa swinging it around. Trying to get closer with 5 seconds left, and in the third.
Wabash turns it over.
With 2.6 seconds left, Yoder goes to
Sizemore
for a three, and it's no
short.
good.
Sizemore usually has a pretty good jump shot. As you can see, I think he's made like 2 threes.
At the end of the third, Indians 48, Apaches 32. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're watching Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Well, welcome back to Mississinewa High School. We're getting the fourth quarter underway. Wabash to inbound. Wabash headed their side. And it's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Wabash basketball. Wabash inbounds. Wabash goes to
Sobervik.
Nice teamwork.
Allison goes up. He's fouled.
Indians will be at the line shooting 2.
Actually, that's Apaches.
Or
Jesse Allison will be at the line shooting 2. Sinks his first.
one more to come.
Drew Castanon returns for the lineup for the Indians. The first one goes off the front iron. The second one goes off the front iron. Maddox will take down the court. About loses it. Kicks it to Gokenauer. Gokenauer on the wing.
Goes to Castanon. Castanon goes to Maddox. Maddox goes to Bellis underneath the basket. Up, and it's good. No good.
That was a good cut move by Bellis. Only if it went in.
It looked good, and it spun out, and unfortunately, Indians could not get an easy bucket there. Bellis at the line shooting 2. Makes his first. Bellis' second goes up, and it's good. Nothing but nylon. Apaches headed to their side. Apaches look, goes to the wing, goes to the top of the key. Key goes to wing. Wing goes to corner for a three-point shot, and it's out and no good.
Sizemore with a rebound.
Sizemore looks, finds no one. Dribbles on his own, and he turns it over.
Again, just like Yoder, he was getting a little fancy, and it turned it over.
Yep, just got to take your time and just really just get to your side without any trouble. And the ref is asking to wipe off the ball again. Must be a little slick on the sideline from the weather.
Has been snowing a lot lately. I think when I came in today, it was still snowing.
Wabash trying to get around Mississinewa's great defense. Wabash at the top of the key goes to the wing. Wing goes.
Leland drives in. Davis kicks to Boggs. Boggs drives in and goes up over Sizemore. Misses. Castanon with the rebound. Take down the court. Gives it to Bellis. Bellis drives in, kicks it to Maddox, and turns it over. Walter will take it down the court. He kicks to Davis. And he kicks to Leland. Leland drives in, goes up, nothing's blocked. Maddox gets the rebound. Looks like the Indians are trying to figure something out here.
Castanon at the top of the key. Goes to Maddox. Maddox goes to, well, tries to go to Gokenauer after the ball is loose. He gets back under control. Goes to Bellis. Bellis, he is fouled, and it's 2-point basket is good.
Bellis will shoot one as he converted the and-one play. And he sinks it. Lutke checks in for the Indians.
Wabash heading to their side. Looks, draws out a play.
Looks like he crossed Lukey a little bit there. And Leland goes for three, misses. Bellis gets the rebound.
Bellis looks down court, finds no one. Bellis loses control, and it's going to be Wabash basketball.
Full timeout, Wabash. We'll be back in 60 seconds from the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back, basketball fans, from that short timeout.
Four minutes and 19 seconds left to play in the JV contest.
Davis gets the ball.
Wabash at the top of the key trying to work out a play. In the corner. Goes inside. Up.
Leland goes up and is fouled. He'll shoot two at the line.
Lukey's first.
And he misses his first run right off the front iron. And misses a second off the back iron. But Wabash gets the rebound. Kicks it to Leland. Leland turns it over. Bryce Lukey going down the floor. And Bryce Lukey turns it over. Leland gets the ball down court. And is fouled on the layup. He'll shoot 2 again. Sinks his first. He misses, and Bellis gets the rebound. Kicks to Goke. Goke now turns it over. Leland goes up and is fouled. Good and one play by Leland.
Very nice play.
He'll be at the line shooting 1. Maddox picks up his second foul, making that the team's 9th foul. And Leland sinks his free throw.
Bellis has the ball for the Indians, goes to Sizemore. Sizemore goes to Gokenauer. And there's going to be an over and back call.
Looks like a miscommunication.
And the refs will be talking to figure out what it's going to be.
From up here, it looked like his foot was on the line, which I don't know a lot about basketball rules, but I think that means he's still not over yet. I think that's what they called.
Mississinewa inbounds it, goes to their side with
Maddox
3:26 left.
Bells at the wing. Maddox in the corner. Tries to drive in with it, but kicks it to Goke. Goke to Sizemore at the top of the key.
Any double dribbles, it's going to be Wabash basketball.
Walter drives in. That's good for 2.
Bellis throws it down court, and he turns it over. Wabash out and running.
Walter drives in again, but kicks it off. Tries to kick it away. But Goke gets the turnover.
Bellis goes to Maddox. Maddox looks, goes to Bellis again. Bellis drives up and no good, and he is fouled. Bellis will be at the line. Joe Leland second, team 7th.
Correction, team 6th. And Bellis sinks his first.
And his second one is good as well. Wabash headed their side.
Leland kicks to Walter. Walter tries to drive in, shoots the 3 instead, and misses.
Bellis with the rebound, goes to Lukey. Lukey goes to Sizemore. Sizemore goes to Gokenauer. Gokenauer goes to Bellis. Bellis goes to Lukey, down low, up, and good.
Good putback bucket by Kelshimer.
Indians turn it over. Wabash to their side. And Wabash turns it over. Lukey out and running, goes up for the easy layup, and it's down and good.
Walter drives in, kicks it out to, I don't know, but a Wabash player, I think it is Sodervik. Maddox will be at the line shooting 1 bonus. And he misses. Wabash gets the rebound. Sodervik drives in, kicks it out to Boggs. But it's fouled.
Wabash will be at the line shooting 2 with 1:25 left to play in the JV contest. His first one, no good. Bellis goes to Gokenauer. Gokenauer goes to Sizemore. Sizemore goes to Gokenauer.
Gokenauer goes cross-court to Bellis, and Bellis dumps it off to Maddox in the corner. Maddox tries to pass it to Gokenauer and turns it over.
And Wabash travels, and they're going to have 4 players coming in for substitution. Mississinewa ball, Sizemore to the inbound.
Looks like Wabash will try and press. Sizemore kicks to Maddox in the corner.
Gokenauer goes to Maddox. Maddox goes to Sizemore. Sizemore tries to drive. No, goes to Maddox at the top of the key with 37 seconds. Bellis with a 3-point basket, and it's good. Wabash to their side, goes up for a 3-point basket. It's no good.
Rebound Maddox.
Bellis.
Indians now lead 62-42. With 18 seconds left, I think we can call it here, Ryan.
And Gokenauer is going to hold it. Dribbles.
I think he should shoot it. I mean, he's a pretty good three-point shooter, as we can tell. I think he made like 3 or 4 threes.
At the end of the JV contest, Mississinewa wins 62-42. We'll be back with the JV contest. You're watching Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
Here come your Mississinewa Indians, led by Larry Dean.
Well, good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Mississinewa High School for tonight's boys basketball contest between the visiting Wabash Apaches and the home team, the Mississinewa Indians. Dalton Bishop alongside Ryan Scott. Ryan, the Indians come in off of a big win in their last game about a week ago against Belmont, defeating the Braves 63-42. They're back in action on their home floor tonight after this past weekend's game against Blackford being canceled.
Yeah, you know, and it helps the Indians when they have Horton back into the lineup on the court, and hopefully they can progress tonight and seeing that win come for them.
Yeah, as you just heard Ryan mention it a minute ago, Anthony Horton has missed the past 4 games for the Mississinewa Indians with a right ankle injury. Anthony Horton is back in the lineup tonight for the Mississinewa Indians. I'm not quite sure if he's going to start, but he is dressing and will play here tonight. Also for Mississinewa, in his second ever varsity game tonight will be the freshman Landon Swanner. Swanner comes into this game scoring 16 points and leading the Mississinewa Indians in scoring in his first ever varsity start and first ever varsity game as a freshman against Belmont. Swanner scored 16 points and was deadly from 3-point range. So keep an eye on Swanner and keep an eye on Anthony Horton as he returns here to the lineup here tonight. Looking at Wabash, they've got a couple of guys who can score the basketball. One in particular is Logan Vanderfelden. He's 6'5" and a junior. He wears number 12. The kid can score the basketball. Also, keep an eye on number 20 or number 33. He's listed as both numbers, so I'm not quite sure which number he is. Is a 6-foot senior, Austin Vinipal, who scored 24 against the Indians 1 year ago in their matchup at Wabash. So this game ought to be a good game. The first game of the year for the Apaches was against the Oak Hill Golden Eagles, which they lost by 8 points. But to compete with Oak Hill and only lose by 8 points if you are Wabash, that's a big step in the right direction.
Yeah, especially for first game, you know, working out the bugs and especially playing a good Oak Hill team. They did pretty good even though they lost, but they kept up with Oak Hill.
Wabash comes in 5-5. Mississinewa comes in at 6-5. The Indians have struggled with a few of these teams that they've played this year. A few games that some of the fans even think that they should have won. You know, things sometimes just don't go your way, and the Indians have kind of been in a slump. Getting a big win over Belmont last week may just be the difference to get them going in the right direction. Jared May still out with the left knee injury. His return, well, he went to the doctor today. He received good news, but he has asked for us not to tell you exactly the news. He didn't even give me the full news. He just said it was good news that he will play this season. So that's a big step for Mississinewa going forward the remainder of the season. You will get Jared May back. Now that you got Anthony Horton back and everybody besides Jared May is healthy, that's something to look forward to. And as I was talking about Jared a minute ago, I just watched him shoot a 3. Yeah, he still has it, nothing but net. So on that 3-pointer warming up, Jared has been warming up with the team for the most of the season. I think it's just staying in form to keep his rhythm of the basketball motions for when he does come back, that he doesn't have to knock off a bunch of rust. It's just going to be getting into the physical contact. So Jared May will play in the 2017-2018 season for the Indians. Just not quite sure which game he's going to return or how long it will be before he returns, but Jared May will play this season. We've got about 6.5 minutes before we get this contest underway from Gas City. The JV Indians win 62-42 in their matchup a moment ago. And we will take a 2-minute timeout and come back in 2 minutes and talk more about this matchup between the Wabash Apaches and the Mississinewa Indians. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Well, welcome back to Mississinewa High Schools. We continue with more of our pregame as the Mississinewa Indians are set to take on the Wabash Apaches, who come in at 5-5. The Indians come in 6-5 on the season. Well, as we talked about a few minutes ago, both the Indians and the Apaches have played. Well, I guess the Indians have played one more game than the Apaches. The schedules, if you look at their schedule strength, the schedule strength is about the same for both of the teams. Wabash, very good basketball team, very well coached. Paul Wright is the coach. He does an outstanding job with that team. Andrew Everett's the coach for Mississinewa in his 4th or 5th year, not quite sure. I think it's his 4th year here at Mississinewa. He's done an outstanding job with this Indian program. The Indian program went from a losing program to winning now over the past. I think they've had a winning season in all 4 years that Coach Everett has been here. So a big step in the right direction for the Mississinewa basketball program. About 2 minutes away from national anthem and starting lineups. And our starting lineups are brought to you by Twin City Auto Body. James Goebel is the owner on 1427 East Main Street in Gas City, Indiana, 46933. Or you can give James a call at 765-674-7733. So Twin City Auto Body, the sponsor for our starting lineups. Now, I'm not going to give you the starters for Mississinewa because it's been different all year long. I did not get the chance to grab Coach Evers before the game. He was awful busy with his game notes and getting things put together for this evening. Nicholson Realty is our sponsor for our scoreboard. Our scoreboard sponsor to Nicholson Realty at 121 North 3rd Street in Gas City. Give them a call at 765-674-6923 or go on the web at www.nicholsonrealty.net and check out what they have to offer. Grant County State Bank is our Grant County State Bank play of the game. They proudly serve Grant County for over 70 years. They have 3 locations throughout the Grant County area, Swayze, Marion, and Sweetser. They are equal housing lender, member FDIC. So that is Grant County State Bank. We'll go on with more of our sponsors throughout the game and make sure we tell them thank you for all their support of Mississinewa High School athletics. Well, we have a minute. The Mississinewa girls basketball team will be in action tomorrow night at Alexandria in what should be a doozy, and that one I think should go down to the wire. I think the Lady Indians have the step, the upper step in that matchup, but we'll find out because every time you go to Alexandria, it's no typical basketball game. It's always something that it goes right down to the wire. So keep an eye on the Lady Indians tomorrow as they travel to Alexandria for a basketball contest with the Tigers. A CIC matchup it is for the Indians. I will be there with updates throughout the night through my Twitter page. And keep an eye on that throughout the evening tomorrow night. I will update what is going on throughout the game. And we're getting ready to take a national anthem break and have the starting lineups and the tip here in 2 minutes. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
Mississinewa Indians.
welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Let's get to the starting lineups brought to you by Twin City Auto Body. Starting at a guard position for the Wabash Apache, the 5'9" sophomore, number 5, Derek Vogel. At another guard, a 5'10" sophomore, number 22, Trenton Daughtry. At a third guard position, 5'9" senior, number 23, Luke Mattern. At a forward position, a 6'5" junior, number 12, Logan Vandervelden. And in the middle, a 6'7" sophomore, number 34, Elijah Vandervelden. Now, the starting lineups for your Mississinewa Indians. Starting at a guard position, a 6-foot senior, number 12, Jalen Martin. At another guard position for the Indians, a 5'9", it's a Heisman Skeens in the lineup. I had somebody else marked down, so 5'9" junior, number 33, Heisman Skeens. At another guard position, a 6-foot freshman, number 40, Landon Swanner. At a forward position, a 6'4" senior, number 24, Elijah Bounds. And rounding out the lineup for the Indians, a 6'6" senior, number 42, Tabit Galt. The Indians are coached by Andrew Everts. So that is the starters for tonight for the Indians. So the Indians go with Jalen Martin, Heisman Skeens, and Landon Swanner, the guards. Elijah Bounds and Tabit Galt, the forwards. For the Apaches, Vogel, Vandervelden, Daughtry, Mattern, and Elijah Vandervelden, the lineup for the Wabash Apaches. Landon Swanner comes in off of a 16-point performance against Belmont in his first ever varsity start about a week ago. So we'll see if he can keep going with that here this evening. It's going to be Logan Vandervelden and Tabit Galt to tip things off for the two respected teams. Wabash comes out in their road black uniforms trimmed in orange. Mississinewa in their home white uniforms trimmed in red. Whistle blows. Ball is up and controlled by Wabash. They move from right to left. With it now is Mattern. He goes over in the corner to Vogel, and now he brings it back out. Driving shot up is no good by Vandervelden, and a rebound comes down to the Indians. Here's Skeens with it. Dishes it off to Landon Swanner. Now Skeens at the top of the key, dribbling between the legs, and now brings it back out. Now he's driving with it. Goes inside Tabit Galt, who lost control, and a turnover on Mississinewa, their first of the game. 7:32 left in the opening quarter. We're knotted up at 0. Daughtry goes over to Mattern. Mattern to Vandervelden. Velden goes inside, taken away by Jalen Martin. Martin out and running. And another turnover on the Indians. That's 2 for them and 1 for Wabash. Basket, Derek Vogel, his first. Here is Martin, goes over to Landon Swanner. Swanner to Martin. Jalen brings it back out. Now here's Landon Swanner. Swanner to Skeens. Skeens goes inside, shot up, is blocked, out of bounds. That's the Indians' first shot attempt of the game. 2-0. Wabash leads. Martin to trigger the inbound. Looking, gets it to Tabit Galt. Galt dishes it off to Martin. Martin goes up, in and out. Ball was off of Wabash, and it's Indian basketball.
Martin to inbound. Martin looks.
Here's Skeens, goes in the corner. Here's Martin driving baseline, kicks it out and threw it out of bounds. 3 early turnovers on the Indians, 1 on the Apaches. It's 2-0, 6:35 left in the opening quarter. Wabash leads by 2. Like I said, this one could go down to the wire because Wabash is a very good basketball team. Here's Vogel, goes in the corner to Mattern. Mattern drives to the baseline, throws up a floater, no good. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out, ball tapped, brought away by Daughtery, who goes up with a right hand and put it in. Four to nothing. Here's Swanner. Landon goes over to Skeens. Heisman with it. Free throw line, pull up, jumper on the way, got it. Smooth shot by Heisman. Skeens. Indians on the board with their first 2, and Skeens has 2. 4-2. 2-point lead for the Apaches. 3 out of the corner for Vandervelden is no good. Rebound fought for, brought down by the Apaches. 2-point jumper up and good by Trenton Daughtery. 6-2 is the lead. Here's Swanner. Swanner between the legs, and he is going to be fouled on the floor. That foul's going against Apache number 23, Luke Mattern, and it's going to be his first and the team's first. Swanner to trigger the inbound. He's looking to get it to Tabit Galt. Now he throws it out to Martin. Swanner driving. 2-point jumper up, and 2-point jumper is good by Landon Swanner. 6-4 is a 2-point advantage for Wabash. Here's Vogel with it. Kicks it out to Vandervelden. This is Luke Vandervelden. Behind the back pass to Mattern. Now goes out to Vogel. Long 3 on the way, no good. Swanner pulls down the rebound.
Swanner heading to their side. Slows down, goes to Skeens. Skeens drives in, up, and he is fouled in it. Count the bucket.
Skeens with 4 of the Indians' 6 and can make it 5 of the team's 7 with a free throw here. So free throw on the way for Heisman. It's up and in and out. Back the other way come the Apaches. Luke Vandervelden inside, kicks it out. 3 on the way, no good. That was shot by Daughtery. And a rebound comes down to Skeens. He kicks it out to Swanner. Swanner thought about pulling it, but brings it back out. Here's Martin. Martin with it. Goes over to Heisman. Skeens. Skeens behind the back. Here's Martin. Jalen driving. Goes inside. Lost the handle. And it's off of Wabash. Swanner to inbound for the Indians. And a turnover on the Indians. That's 4. Back the other way. Vandervelden layup. No. And a rebound to bounds.
Skeens looks. Goes to Galt. Galt pulls up. And good.
So Tabit Galt on the board. 8-6. Back the other way come the Apaches. Mattern in the corner. Vogel inside. Hook shot up and no good by Austin Venipol.
Swanner to their side. Swanner goes to Galt. Galt goes to bounds, and it's swatted away. Apaches heading to their side.
5 turnovers for the Indians. They're going to call a foul on Tabit Galt. I believe that's who it's on. The foul was called on number 22. Is not even on the court for the Indians. It's going to go against number 42, Tabit Galt. That's Galt's first. Shot up and no good. Rebound for Tabit Galt. And back the other way come the Indians with Landon Swanner. Swanner dribbling to the left, goes over to Skeens. Skeens pull up 3 on the way, no good. Got his own rebound, goes up and put it in. Nice play by Skeens. He shows you right there why you have to follow your shot. Indians with a 4-point lead at 10-6. Shot up by Vandervelden, no good. And a rebound to Swanner. Back the other way comes Ole Miss. Swanner thought about pulling a 3. Now here's Tabit Galt, backs down his defender, goes up. And lost control. Here's Skeens. Skeens to Bounds. Bounds floater. Good. So back the other way comes Daughtery with a wild left-handed shot that went in. A 12-8 lead for Mississinewa. Here's Heisman Skeens. Goes over to Jalen Martin. Martin, here's Swanner. Backdoor pass to Skeens, up, put it in. Heisman Skeens, 8 of the team's 14. Back the other way was number 22, Trenton Daughtery. And they called a foul. Coach Everett's not happy about it. That foul is on number 40, Landon Swanner, his first, and the team's second. Trenton Daughtery at the line. First one up is good. He has one more. So right now it's a Trenton Daughtery Heisman Skeens show as the two battle back and forth to see which one can outscore the other. And right now Heisman Skeens is outscoring Daughtery. Free throw up and good. Daughtery has 8 and Skeens has 8. Trenton Daughtery with 8. Derek Vogel with 2, and that's the scoring for Wabash.
Galt goes to Skeens. Skeens going to their side.
Heisman to Jalen Martin. Now to Swanner. The Indians look like they're just trying to go quickly. And here's Swanner pull up 2. Got it. Landon Swanner's got a soft touch, and he's got 4, and he's 2 of 2 from the floor. 16-10. 2-point jumper up and good. The other way from Jared Holy. And the lead back to 4, 16-12. Swanner hands it off to Heisman Skeens. Heisman now to Landon Swanner. A turnover on Swanner, and that's 6 turnovers in the first quarter for Mississinewa. Connor Wilson into the lineup for the Indians, checking in for the first time. Wilson's a 5'8" senior. He wears number 30. Mattern goes inside, throws up a wild shot, somehow gets it to go in. Here's Wilson. Now Swanner goes back to Wilson, over to Skeens. Heisman inside pass, Tabit Galt goes up, put it in. It's too easy for Tabit Galt. Literally a layup. Here's Mattern, defended by Skeens. Goes over, and a travel violation called on Vogel. That's the 3rd turnover on the Apaches. Trenton Daughtery returns for Wabash, and Luke Mattern checks out. 18-14, 107 left in the first quarter. Indians with a 4-point lead. Heisman Skeens controls the point guard position. Dishes it off to Jalen Martin. Martin to Wilson. Connor in the corner to Tabit Galt. Galt brings it back out to Swanner. Now to Heisman Skeens. Galt, Martin, 3 on the way. No good. Back the other way are the Apaches. 2-point jumper up. And no good by Daughtery. And Martin chases it down, but he stepped out of bounds and make it 7 first quarter turnovers on Mississinewa. I'm running out of room already for Daughtery on my score sheet. He's already attempted, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots in the first quarter. I look for him to attempt about 2 more. Inside, they're going to call a foul on Tabit Galt. Larry Dean going to check in. That's Galt's 2nd foul in the first quarter. Team's 3rd. So Swanner with 1 and Galt with 2. And that's the fouls for the Indians. Wilson defending. Shot up and no good by Vogel.
Wilson headed to their side. Wilson loses control. And it's out of bounds on Wabash. Mississinewa ball. Wilson to inbound.
3.6 left on the clock. Here's Larry Dean. Dean goes up, put it in, and that's the way the first quarter is going to end. At the end of the first quarter, 20-14, Indians with a 6-point lead. We'll be back in 1 minute with the start of the second quarter. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Here's Connor Wilson with it to start the second quarter. He goes out to Swanner. Now back to Wilson. Skeens with it, working the ball. Heisman goes over to Connor Wilson. Wilson, between the legs, goes to Larry Dean, who kicks it back out to Connor Wilson. Wilson from way downtown, going to launch a three, no good. That one was a little bit deep. That one was about 6 or 7 feet behind the three-point arc. That was NBA range for Wilson. Let's see who the foul's going to be on. Foul's on Indian number 32, Larry Dean, his first, team's fourth. Anthony Horton checks into the lineup for the Indians, his first appearance in over 4 games. So let's see how Anthony does. There's a shot up and no good. And Wilson takes the ball away. Here comes Connor. Wilson. Turnover, and that's the 8th. Layup the other way is missed, and a rebound to Trey Jones. Ball tipped out of bounds. Elijah Bounds returns to the lineup for the Indians. He replaces Connor Wilson. Skeens to inbound. And he gets it to Anthony Horton, like I said, who's just returned from an injury. He hurt his ankle, now he's back. Here's Skeens, goes back over to Anthony Horton, now over to Trey Jones. Jones to Skeens. Skeens driving, now to Trey Jones. Back over to Skeens. Skeens shot up, on the way, no good, gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Larry Dean. Now Dean driving with it, goes up with a right hand, got it to go. So Larry Dean with 4. Vandervelden goes inside. A blocking foul on Larry Dean. That's going to be Larry Dean's second. Connor Wilson in. He replaces Larry Dean. That's Dean's second. Luke Mattern returns for Wabash. 22-14. Skeens defending. Here's Vandervelden, goes over to Vinnipal. Vinnipal driving. Goes up, no good. Rebound fought for. Anthony Horton comes away with it. Anthony back the other way. Here's Wilson. Goes in the corner to Trey Jones. Jones out to Connor Wilson. Cross court to Anthony Horton. Horton driving inside, kicks it out. Skeens, wide open three. Nothing but net for Heisman Skeens. Heisman Skeens, 1 of 3 from downtown, and he's in double digits with 11. 25-14 and an 11-point lead for the Indians. Shot up. by Daugherty was swatted away by Bounds, but I guess Bounds may have got a little bit of Daugherty's hand, and they called a foul on Elijah Bounds, and I think that's only his first, and it is. Trenton Daugherty be at the line for 2.
No good.
One more. 11-point lead for the Indians with 5:50 left in the first half. One more is up. Also no good. Rebound, Trey Jones. Here's Connor. Wilson, spin move. And it was knocked off of Wabash and staying with Mississinewa. Wilson with it. Goes over to Anthony Horton. Horton back to Wilson. Inside Elijah Bounds. Bounds to Jones. Jones kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson step back, 2 on the way, in and out. Foul is going to be on the floor, and it's going to be against Indian, number 21, Trey Jones, his first, team 7th. It's going to be a 1-and-1, and going to the line for a 1-and-1 will be Logan Vander Velden. 25-14, an 11-point lead for Ole Miss. First one up and short, and a rebound fought for. Vander Velden somehow comes away with his own rebound. Vogel shot up, off the glass, and put it in. Here comes the press for Wabash. Out of Heisman, Skeens goes over to Connor Wilson. Wilson back to Skeens. Here's Connor, goes over to Skeens. Skeens inside Bounds. Bounds goes up, shot up, no good. Back the other way is Vander Velden. Here's Mattern. Vander Velden from downtown, no good. Rebound Connor Wilson, and the Indians are out and running. Wilson hands it off to Anthony Horton. Indians have got to get Anthony going. Skeens goes back to Anthony. Horton driving, kicks it out to Connor Wilson. Wilson with it. Timeout, Mississinewa. It's a full timeout. 25-16, 4:18 left in the first half. Indians lead by 9. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School, 25-16, a 9-point lead with 4:18 left in the first half for the Mississinewa Indians. Again, a reminder that Mississinewa Lady Indians basketball team and Coach Tandy will take the road to Alexandria tomorrow in a CIC matchup with the Tigers. I'll be there giving you updates throughout the night via Twitter. Here's Anthony Horton, top of the key. Nice move. Hands it off to Connor Wilson. Wilson to Landon Swanner. Swanner hands it off to Horton. Horton driving in the corner to Martin. Now out to Landon Swanner. Back in the corner to Martin. 3 on the way. No good. That one was long. Back the other way comes the Apaches. Layup up and in by Logan Vander Velden. Gets his first 2. Swanner to Wilson. Wilson almost threw it away, and now he did. Tabit Galt going to check in.
Tabit Galt, insurance with Mississinewa, Jared Howard, the Wabash.
(25-18), 3:37 left in the first half. Mississinewa with 9 first half turnovers already, and there's still 3.5 minutes left. Driving inside with a wild shot was Trenton Daughtery, and he's fouled by Elijah Bounds, and that's going to be Elijah Bounds' second foul. So the Indians have 3 players with 2 fouls. Elijah Bounds with 2, Larry Dean with 2, and Tabit Galt with 2. Free throw by Daughtery was up and good, and he has 1 more. Second one also good, and Heisman Skeens replaces Elijah Bounds. 25-20, 5-point lead for the Apaches. Heisman to Tabit Galt, now to Swanner. Swanner brings it back out. 3 on the way for Landon. Swanner is good. Landon Swanner connects on a 3 ball, and he has 7. Floater up and in by Logan Vandervelden. 28-22. Right now, I would keep giving the ball to Swanner because he is red hot. 16 against Belmont and 7 early here in this game. Here's Anthony Horton. Back to Skeens, now back to Horton. Cross court to Swanner. Now Martin goes up with a reverse layup, no good. Back the other way come the Apaches. Spin move shot in by Luke Mattern. Here's Horton to Skeens. Skeens back to Horton. Horton to Skeens. And a 10-second call against the Indians. Give that 10 turnovers in the first half. Anytime you have 10 turnovers in the first half, you're normally not leading the game, but somehow, some way they are. The lead is 4 at 28-24. Mattern goes over to Daughtery. Daughtery to Vandervelden. Vandervelden kicks it out to Mattern. Shot up is no good. And the rebound comes down to Swanner. Turnover on the Indians. Shot up is good by Daughtery, and a timeout by the Indians. 28-26. 2:02 left in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Anthony Horton with the basketball. Goes over to Heisman Skeens. And now Skeens threw it away. That's 11 turnovers and a tie ball game at 28. Off of a layup by Logan Vandervelden. Horton to Swanner. Swanner to Tabit Galt. Galt inside. No good. Horton swatted Daughtery. Daughtery came inside, and Horton said, "Get out of my house." And Swanner goes up, and he's blocked. Daughtery with it. He loses control. Here comes Anthony Horton. He is fouled by number 12, Logan Vandervelden. That's his first. Team's third. Connor Wilson returns to the lineup for the Indians. He replaces Anthony Horton. So a good few minutes for Anthony to get
kind of loose and get going.
Here's Skeens. We're down to a minute to play in the opening half. Tabit Galt backs down his defender, goes up, and he's fouled. And it's going to be 2 shots. And the Apache fans can't believe it. Tabit Galt will be at the line to shoot 2 for Ole Miss. And Galt's first is good. One more for Tabit. 29-28. The second one by Galt is good. It's 30-28 with a minute to play in the first half. Wabash with it. Here's Daughtery. Goes over to Matter. Luke with it. Goes over to Vogel. Now back to Mattern. Goes over to Daughtery. Daughtery kicks it out. Mattern. 3 on the way for Luke is no good. And a rebound fought for. Brought away. Now fighting for it. Swanner knocks it away. It's off of Wabash, I believe. No, they said it was off of Landon Swanner, and they give it to Wabash with 27.3 left. Inbounding. Here's Vinipol. Kicks it out. Goes over to Daughtery. Down to 19. Daughtery driving. Skeens all over him. Down to 13. Down to 12. Down to 11. Down to 8. Daughtery with it, driving. Kicks it out. Vinipol. Vogel, 3 on the way. No good. Rebound, Connor Wilson. A three-quarters court lob is no good. And at the half, the Indians lead 30-28. I'm going to turn it over to Ryan Scott with the second half.
Terry Cole, Logan Vanderbilt, Austin Dental, Trick Daughtry, and Luke Matter. Mississinewa, Landon Swanner.
For our team, down for our team. Well, up for theirs, down for. Plus for us,
Well, welcome back to Friedenberg Court, Mississinewa High School, where we're just out of halftime. Indians lead 30-28.
but yeah,
Wabash taking it out of bounds.
for us, down for us, up for them,
Mattern.
down for them. Thank you. Welcome.
Vogel goes for a three-point basket, and it's no good. Rebound Galt. Martin goes to Galt. Galt goes to Swanner. Swanner looks, tries to drive, goes to Skeens at the top of the key. Goes inside. Two-point basket is no good. Wabash headed their side. Looks up, goes down court. Basket no good. Swanner headed their side. Galt goes to Martin in the corner. Martin goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Galt. It tips off of a Mississinewa player, and it's going to be Wabash basketball. Veldon trying to go inside, kicks it out. Wabash for a three-point bucket, and it's no good. Rebound Landon Swanner. Swanner looks up, finds no one. Goes to Martin. Martin goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Bounds. Bounds goes to Galt for a three-point basket, and it's no good. Wabash out and running, setting up a play. Daughtry goes up for a three-point basket, and it's no good. Rebound Landon Swanner. Swanner to their side. Martin goes to Bounds. Bounds goes up, down, and good. Wabash trying to go inside, kicks it out. Vogel. Vogel goes to Daughtry. And there's going to be a foul on Indian 42, Tabit Galt. Galt's third, team's first of the third. Wabash taking it out of bounds. Daughtry goes to Mattern. He travels Mississinewa basketball. Martin didn't bound it for the Indians. Martin goes to Skeens. Skeens looks, find no one, dribbles slowly down to their side. Is trapped, goes to Galt. Galt goes up, loses control, and he steps out of bounds. He was attempting to go to Jones, and then he stepped out of bounds, and it's going to be Wabash basketball. Wabash entered their side, swatted away by Martin. Martin gets a steal. Swanner out and running. Swanner goes to Galt to the basket, and he is fouled. Bounds at the line, shooting 2. Goes up, down, and good. Second one, no good. Wabash entered their side. Mattern goes to Daughtry. Daughtry goes inside. There's going to be a foul on Indian number 40, Landon Swanner. Daughtry goes to Mattern. Daughtry trying to go inside, goes to Mattern. Wabash working around with 4:29 left to play in the third. Vinden goes up, no good. Swanner out running. Swanner goes to Skeens. Skeens goes inside, and it's no good. Daughtry goes up for the layup, down and good. Skeens goes to Martin. Thirty-second timeout, Mississinewa. We'll be back in 30. This 30-second timeout is brought to you by Marion General Hospital. Daughtry heading to Wabash's side. Goes inside. Up, no good. Rebound, Trey Jones. Jones goes to Swanner. Swanner out and running. Swanner goes to Skeens. Skeens goes back to Swanner. Swanner goes to Martin. Martin goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Galton. He is fouled. Skeens goes to Swanner. And Skeens turns it over. Wabash out and running. Wabash goes up and good. Martin to inbound, goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Martin. Swanner with a three-point basket, and it's no good. Daughtry out and running. Daughtry is fouled. Indian 33, Heisman Skeens. Veldon to inbound for the Apaches. Daughtry goes inside, jumper, two-point basket, no good. Martin turns it over, and Martin fouls Daughtry. Martin's fourth, team's fourth. Daughtry's first goes up and good.
Yeah, we need 2 on their side. There you go.
Daughtry's second goes up and it's good. Skeens goes to Galt. Galt goes back to Skeens. Swanner in the corner, three-point shot, and it's no good. Veldon's third. Swanner to inbound it for the Indians. Swanner goes to Martin for a three-point basket, and it's no good. Fouls on the Indians, 21. Trey Jones, his second, team's fifth. Daughtry heading to their side. Wabash goes in, no good. Skeens out and running. Skeens goes up for the layup, down and good. Daughtry looks, no. Veldon goes up and he travels. It's Mississinewa basketball. Larry Dean to check in for the lineup for the Indians. Martin to inbound it for the Indians. Goes to Skeens. Skeens goes back to Martin. And it's a Mississinewa turnover. Vogel to check it in. Goes to Daughtry. Walter goes, no. Kicks it out to Volder, and it's good. 3-point basket. Skeens for a 3-point, or Martin for a 3-point basket, and it's no good. Walter goes in, and he is fouled. No. Walter at the line. First and only is no good. Wilson goes to Horton. Horton takes baseline, goes to Larry Dean. Larry Dean loses control, and it somehow knocks out of Wabash's hands, and it's going to go back to Mississinewa. Wilson with 51 seconds left here to play in the third quarter. Wilson goes to Horton. Horton goes to Jones. Jones goes to Wilson. Wilson at the top of the key with 33 seconds left. Goes to Horton. Horton with 10. Kicks it out to Larry Dean for a 3, and it's no good. Daughtry with the last-minute 2-point jumper at the end of the third. Indians trail 35-39. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're watching Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. We're getting the fourth quarter underway. Martin at the top. Goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Martin. Martin, 2-point jumper, and it's down and good. Wabash to their side. Vogel. Three-point basket by Wabash, and it's no good. Skeens to their side, goes to Martin. Martin goes to Galt. Galt goes up, two-point basket, good. Tabit Galt. Wabash going in, no good. Rebound, Tabit Galt. Skeens out and running. Skeens goes to Martin, three-point basket, no good. Daltrey heading to their side, turnover, steal. Skeens goes up and good. Daltrey to their side. Fouls on Indians 12, Jalen Martin. Daltrey goes up, down good. Daltrey second goes up and good as well. Skeens goes to Galt, goes to Martin, goes to Swanner, no good. Skeens with the rebound, goes to Martin. Martin goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Martin in the corner, goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Skeens, goes to Galt down low, no good. Rebound, Wabash. Paul goes up and good. Galt goes to Martin. Martin goes to bounce down low, two-point basket, and it's good. Wabash, no good. Bounds, goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Martin, three-point basket, and it's good. Three-point basket, Jalen Martin. Full timeout, Mississinewa. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're watching Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
Good evening, Indians fans. I want to welcome you to tonight's broadcast. I am TribeTV Media Director Brooks Holloway, sending you a special welcome to the 2018 season for TribeTV. We've got some big things planned coming your way, improving the stream, improving the broadcast that we bring to you. We've got a great game tonight. It's going to come down to the wire. Ryan Scott, 8th grader from RJB, has been doing a great job while Dalton Bishop covers photography. We've got a couple guys here working our graphics, updating our graphics constantly. We'll get you back to the action right now. Here's Ryan Scott on the call.
Wabash. Wabash with the ball, turns it over. Swanner out looking, goes to Galt down low. Fouls on 5. Vogel, his second, team's fourth. Swanner to inbound. Goes to Galt down low, no good. Rebound bounds, no good. Daughtry goes to Mattern. Daughtry goes in, 2-point basket, good. Swanner to inbound it. Goes to Skeens. Skeens going down the baseline. And a Mississinewa turnover, and there's going to be a foul. Fouls on 33, Heisman, Skeens. Veldon at the line, shooting a 1 in bonus. First one goes up, no good. Skeens calling for help. Swanner at the top of the key. Thinks about a 3, no. Martin with the 3, and it's no good. Rebound, Martin goes up and good. Vogel goes to Daughtry. Daughtry goes up, no good. Swanner looks, goes to bounds down low. 2-point basket, and it's good. Full timeout, Wabash. You're watching Indians action on the Tribe Sports Network.
We've got some games coming up here. CIC is in full gear for hoops action. We've got some wrestling, some big wrestling events coming up, like the CIC Invitational at Oak Hill on January 20th. Again, that's Oak Hill for a 9 a.m. start. Wish the best of luck to our wrestlers. I know they've been battling with numbers and new recruits, so best of luck to them coming up. That is a big tournament for us. This week, January 17th, we've got RJB Girls Basketball versus Oak Hill, 6 p.m. Also on the 17th, Girls Basketball will travel to Alexandria for a 6 p.m. tip. On the 18th, we've got 7th and 8th grade boys basketball facing off against Madison Grant, and then we'll be back here live on Tribe TV as boys basketball takes on CIC rival Elwood at 6 p.m. here at Friedenberger Court.
Madden heading their side for Wabash. Volden goes to Daughtry. Wabash trying to get down low, and they do. Swanner to inbound, it goes to Skeens. Skeens heading to their side. Goes to Martin, 3-point basket, and it's no good. Rebound Martin, he goes up, no good. Rebound bounds, and it's good. Mattern swings, and there's going to be a blocking. Vinopal. His second foul, team's 5th. Swanner to take it out. Swanner goes to Skeens. And Skeens is fouled. by number 22, Trenton Daughtry.
Foul on the patch number 22. Trenton Daughtry is second. Team 6.
Daughtry second, team 6. Skeens will be inbounding it for the Indians. Swanner goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Galt for a three-point basket, and it's no good. Wabash jumper, no good. Rebound, bounds. Skeens heading to their side. Going inside, and it's no good. Rebound, Galt. Two-point basket, Tabit, Galt. Daughtry trying to go inside, no. He goes for a three, and it's no good. And there's going to be a foul. Austin Venapal, his third, team 7th. Galt will be at the line. Galt goes up and good. Galt's second goes up, and it's also good. Daughtry lets the ball roll down court a little bit. Goes to Mattern for a two-point basket, no good. Skeens. Swanner actually loses control, gets back under control, bounds, goes up, and good. Two-point basket. Wabash goes up for the three-point basket, and it's no good, and it's out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Indians. Connor Wilson to check in for the lineup for the Indians. Swanner goes to Skeens. Skeens goes back to Swanner. Swanner goes to Martin. Martin in the corner. Goes to Skeens. And Skeens is fouled. Number 23, Luke Mattern. His second, team 8. Full timeout, Mississinewa. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're watching Indians basketball live from Mississinewa High School.
Don't forget, we got a couple of rescheduled games coming up next week. The Blackford competitions, both boys and girls, have been moved to next week. January 23rd, the boys, all 3 teams will take on the Blackford Bruins and sensational freshmen they have over there. Big story, if you haven't caught that, you might want to check out the Muncie Star. They've got a couple articles on what's going on at Blackford High School. That is a 6 p.m. game on January 23rd against the Blackford Bruins. The girls will face the Lady Bruins on the 25th. So those are the 2 rescheduled dates for those 2 competitions. Stick around after the game. We're going to thank a few of our corporate sponsors, thank our crew here on Tribe TV. We've got a pretty good game still here going on, but it looks like our Indians are going to close it out. Back to the action with Ryan Scott.
Heisman Skeens will be at the line shooting a 1 and bonus. Makes his first. Makes his second. Wabash goes inside, down and good. Daughtry with the 2-point basket, and there's going to be another timeout.
We are under a minute here at Mississinewa High School, 55 seconds. TribeTV is working on developing our graphics and updating for all the information, statistics-wise, in-game info, to bring to you. Again, we are under a minute here. 60-49 is your score. Ryan Scott has been doing an excellent job. Again, he's an 8th grader, so just starting off, so we hope to add him officially into the crew next year. Also like to thank our lead graphics and camera operator. We've got Robert Jones down there. We've also got Dalton Bishop wandering around taking pictures tonight. We've got Seth Kochanek. I always butcher it, but that's how I'm going to say it. He deserves it today since he hit me with his sled in the training room. So thank you to the crew tonight. We had a couple extra hands on deck. Again, we're under a minute here at Mississinewa High School. I'll take you back now to Ryan Scott.
As we just started, Swanner is fouled, and he'll be going to the line. Swanner will be at the line shooting a 1 and bonus. His first one is missed. Wabash heading to their side. Going in a quick run, going inside, no, up and good.
Full timeout, Wabash. Back in it here. If you're missing the action on the ESPN networks, Notre Dame is down 2 to Louisville just in the second there. And then number 3, Purdue, went in against Wisconsin as a 15-point favorite. They easily won 78-50. They're doing well this season. We've got a couple corporate sponsors here we're going to thank real quick. Bruner Dental, Twin City Auto Body, Ole Miss Youth Sports. If you haven't heard, they're starting up soccer this spring. Pretty awesome opportunity. Don't miss that. Check out their site for registration now. Salem Bank, A New Leaf, Dollar General, the administration and all the staff here at Mississinewa High School, Sophie's Ice Cream, Pro Prince Gear, Needham Story Wapner, Via Credit Union, MGH, Nicholson Realty, Grant County State Bank, and we'll get you a few more here as the game winds down. Back to the action with Ryan Scott.
Swanner to inbound for the Indians with 41 seconds left to play in the varsity contest. Swanner goes to Wilson. Wilson dribbling down the sideline, and he is fouled.
Also like to thank Jackson Dairy Farms, Hometown Animal Hospital, Mark Sieglin over at Edward Jones, Screen Rescue and Brian Wordinger, Cunningham Glass, Raymond Jones, IMG, Gas City Area Chamber of Commerce, Dennis Roach, agent at State Farm. Thank you all for you do. One last one, Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics. Thank you again for all that you do for our student athletes. 38.5 on the clock.
Wilson makes both. Daughtry, 2-point jumper, and it's no good. Rebound Wabash. Wabash goes up, and no good. Daughtry goes up and good, and he is fouled on the play. Daughtry will be at the line shooting 1, and Trey Jones at the checking in for the Indians. Daughtry misses his 1 and only. Gets his rebound. 18 seconds left to play. Mattern goes up for a three, and it's no good. Rebound, Landon Swanner. And there's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to Wabash. Mattern goes up, no good. Mississinewa steps out of bounds, or no. Wabash steps out of bounds. It's going to be Mississinewa ball. Swanner to inbound. Goes to Skeens, goes back to Swanner. 2-1, and that's the end. On the Nicholson Realty scoreboard, Indians 62, Apaches 53. That's the end. Thank you for watching Indians basketball on the Tri Sports Network. I'm Ryan Scott. Thank you, and have a pleasant evening, and good night.